Good morning. Welcome back to Marriage Minutes, where we have another episode for you. Episode 36, we're talking about creating a rhythm of Sabbath. And Sabbath is a very biblical practice. It's just a time where you take a day to actually rest.
And not just rest, it's worshipful rest. So it is a day of rest, but also a day with God, where you're sitting with God, reading the word or listening to worship music or just being still and quiet together as a couple.
Yeah.
And if this is something that you're not currently doing, practicing a day of Sabbath, we recognize it can be hard to start. In fact, we have not been great about setting aside a full day for Sabbath. And since we've been married, it seems like there's always a distraction. There's always something else going on. We both work on the weekends. And so even during the week, like we try to take a Sabbath, but we still have to get the kids to and from school. We still have, things with them that are hard to set aside to just have a day where we're just resting. So we recognize that it's not something that is easy to start doing if you haven't been practicing this for a long time.
Yeah.
And so our suggestion is to just start small. Maybe you can't start with a full day, start with an evening. One of the most important things that we've implemented for Sabbath is no phones, because our phones are full of distractions. They're constantly calling for our time and our attention and distracting us from being present and worshiping and being quiet.
That do not disturb setting is magical.
Yeah.
So use that to your advantage and really just give yourself permission to rest and take time out. Be unplugged from the world, the internet, social media, all the notifications that are going off every day, and just rest. Take time out. Focus on each other, focus on resting, and more importantly, focus on your relationship with God.
Yeah, and so our challenge for you today is to set aside time this week for Sabbath. And if you can't set aside a full day with your spouse, set aside an evening, turn off your phones, and just be together with God and see what happens.
But work towards the full day.
Yeah.
Don't make excuses.
Yeah.
I realize in today's society and hustle culture and everybody talking about work. Look, don't make excuses. Excuses are well-planned lies. Take time to really prioritize this area of your life. We promise, it's a game changer. There will be fruit from it, but you have to be disciplined with it and make it a priority, because we prioritize what's important to us.
Yeah.
Our relationship to God and each other is important. So make it a priority. Maybe start small, like Danny is saying, a few hours here, a few hours there, but build on that and make it a goal to get to that day that you set aside and just unplug from the world. So that's all we have for you for today's episode. Tune in tomorrow at 6 a.m. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.